Good morning. Hayom Yom, Yud Gimmel Elul. So in Judaism, there is something known as circumcision, or bris milah, where when a boy is 8 years old, we cut off the piece of skin, the foreskin, the piece of skin which is on the phallus. And it explains that that piece of skin, the foreskin, so it represents the shell of klipa in the world, the shell of impurity and evil in the world, the shell of grubkeit in the world, which conceals and desensitizes us to the holiness within everything in the physical world, to the potential and purpose of everything in the physical world, to the depth within everything in the world. And when we remove that layer, when we remove the foreskin, so that makes a Jew more edel, and it allows him to feel connected to Hashem, and it allows him to see and appreciate the true purpose behind everything, the holiness within everything, the depth behind everything. And nowhere is this process more pronounced than in the groin area on the phallus, because when a person fails to appreciate the holiness and depth and purpose behind their phallus and behind the intimate part of their life, so that leads to the worst possible evil known to man. And conversely, when someone sees the truth and someone appreciates and is sensitive to the holiness and depth and purpose of their intimate life, that actually becomes the holiest act possible in the human experience. But in any event, so that is the physical event of circumcision. But then it explains in Chossid that besides for the physical act of circumcision, there's the spiritual act of circumcision. Because besides for the physical arla, which makes our bodies grub, which we have to remove, there's also a spiritual arla, which is on our hearts, which desensitizes us and makes us indifferent and insensitive to Hashem. And even if we got a circumcision as a child, we got the physical circumcision, as adults we need to get ourselves a spiritual circumcision, which is where we need to circumcise our hearts and get rid of the arla salev, which is making us indifferent and cold to Hashem and to Yiddishkeit. And in today's Hayom Yom, the Rebbe tells us how the great Chabad Chossid R Chanoch Hendel, so he came to Lubavitch on Hay Elul when the Tzemach Tzedek was Rebbe. And he stayed in Lubavitch for 8 days getting ready, and after 8 days he had his first Yechidus with the Tzemach Tzedek on Yud Gimmel Elul, today Yud Gimmel Elul. And he said that in the Yechidus, at the Yechidus, he got his spiritual circumcision. The Tzemach Tzedek removed his arla salev. And for the first time, his heart was truly free and truly open to Hashem and to Yiddishkeit. And then he said that in general, it's known amongst the Chassidim, and it was known amongst the Chassidim. The Chassidim used to say that different Yechidusin are meant to accomplish different things. But what happens at the first Yechidus is that you get your spiritual circumcision, the arla salev is removed. And no matter what else happens at the first Yechidus, or doesn't happen at the first Yechidus, whatever, no matter what else is accomplished or isn't accomplished, then at least you are freed from the terrible, terrible arla salev. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.